Have you been told that weak erections are just a normal part of aging? Something men over 60 must accept in silence? What most seniors don't realize is that the real problem isn't age or testosterone alone. It's a silent nutritional trigger that shuts down blood flow and nerve strength. In this video, I'll show you the one everyday food that can help rebuild strength and firmness naturally. I'm Dr. Rachel Ross, a urologist with over 40 years of clinical experience working with men over 50. Tell me where you're watching from and tap like and subscribe. Have you ever wondered why you don't wake up with morning erections like you used to? It's not something most men over 60 like to talk about, but let's be honest. It's frustrating, even embarrassing. Many assume it's just part of getting older. It's my testosterone, they say. But here's what most don't realize. The real issue often isn't your hormones at all. It's what you've been eating for the last 30 years. As a urologist, I've seen hundreds of men who think they're broken, when really their blood flow is. I'm Dr. Barbara O'Neill, and I've been helping men over 50 reclaim their strength for over 4 decades. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from today. And if you find value here, gently tap like and subscribe. In just a moment, I'll show you the hidden diet trap stealing your firmness and how to reverse it. Starting now, when men over 60 tell me they feel numb down there or say, I just can't get it going like I used to, they almost always assume it's a testosterone issue. But here's what I tell them. Your penis isn't powered by testosterone alone. It runs on blood flow. And that's where the real breakdown happens. The biggest myth I see in senior men is this. If my heart's okay, my circulation must be fine. That's not true. You can pass a cardiac stress test and still have severe microvascular damage. The tiny vessels responsible for erections are far more sensitive than the arteries in your heart. By the time erectile strength declines, those small vessels have often been struggling for years. Let's talk biology for a moment. Erections depend on the expansion of smooth muscle tissue and proper nitric oxide signaling. In younger men, the signal is strong. But with age, and especially with certain foods clogging your system, your vessels lose elasticity. That means less blood gets in and less pressure is held. Even if desire is still there, the physical mechanism just doesn't respond. I see this all the time in men who say, I'm still attracted to my partner, but nothing happens. That emotional frustration runs deep. It can chip away at confidence, intimacy, and even self-worth. The good news is we can change this. I've helped men make one small shift that opens blood vessels naturally and starts restoring function. It begins with eliminating processed oils that stiffen your arteries. Things like hydrogenated vegetable oils and deep-fried foods. These don't just raise cholesterol, they disrupt the endothelial lining, the very layer responsible for releasing nitric oxide. Instead, I recommend switching to cold-pressed olive oil. Just 1 tablespoon a day, used raw on food, helps increase vascular flexibility and support circulation to the places that matter most. It's a simple change, but I've seen it spark real, measurable improvement. You don't need to overhaul your entire life to feel a difference. You need to start small and be consistent. That olive oil habit lays the foundation. But if you're wondering why so many men try the little blue pill and still feel stuck, that's what will unravel next. When men come into my office and say, Doc, the pills worked for a while, but now they're hit or miss, I see the frustration in their eyes. It's not just about performance, it's about identity, connection, and feeling like themselves again. Erection drugs like sildenafil and tadalafil were designed to help blood flow by relaxing vessels, and they can be helpful short term. But here's the truth I wish more men over 60 knew. These medications don't fix the root of the problem. They act like a light switch, but if the wiring in the wall is damaged, flipping the switch won't do much. Let me explain what's really going on. For an erection to happen, two things must work together: blood flow and nerve signaling. Think of the nerves as the ignition and the blood flow as the fuel. In younger men, the spark is quick and the vessels respond instantly. But with age, those nerves become less sensitive, especially if you've had years of inflammation, blood sugar spikes, or silent vascular damage. Diabetes, high blood pressure, and even stress slowly erode that delicate connection. No pill can rebuild damaged nerve tissue or repair years of stiffened arteries. That's why, over time, the same dose stops working, and upping it doesn't always help. I've seen men chase stronger pills or try combinations thinking, maybe I just need more. But more isn't the answer. The real path forward is about rebuilding from the inside out. That's what no one tells you. It's not about performance enhancement, it's about healing. And healing takes a different approach, one that feeds your blood vessels, calms inflammation, and wakes up sluggish nerve pathways. Now, I want you to hear this. If you've tried medication and felt discouraged, it's not your fault. You weren't given the full story. Your body isn't failing, it's asking for a different kind of support. In the next chapter, I'll show you a simple food that does just that. It's not a miracle cure, but it is a powerful natural signal to your body to rebuild strength where it counts most. Let's talk about what to put on your plate tomorrow morning that could start changing everything. If I told you there's a food that naturally supports firmer erections, better circulation, and even sharper energy levels without needing a prescription, would you believe me? I know it sounds too simple, but sometimes nature gives us exactly what we need. For men over 60, the real challenge is keeping the inner systems that support male energy working smoothly. And one of the most powerful ways to do that is by eating something your body already recognizes and responds to: beets. Yes, humble beets. This deep red root vegetable is one of the richest natural sources of dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, the very compound your blood vessels use to relax and expand. When nitric oxide levels rise, circulation improves not just to your heart, but directly to your pelvic region. And unlike medication, this process supports the body's natural function instead of forcing it. Here's the science made simple. Nitric oxide acts like a messenger telling your arteries, open up and let the blood in. When you're young, your body makes plenty of it. But after 50, levels drop fast, especially if your diet's high in processed foods, sugars, or you've had years of blood pressure or cholesterol issues. That's why adding beets can be such a game changer. They don't just help with flow, they nourish your endothelial lining and support long-term vascular health. But I don't just recommend beets because they're good on paper. I've had men who were feeling defeated try adding just half a cup of roasted beets or a daily glass of beetroot juice. And within weeks, they noticed more morning firmness, more energy, and even improved focus. It's not magic, it's consistency. Your body wants to work, it just needs the right signals, and beets send that signal in a powerful, natural way. Now, don't worry if you don't like the taste. I'll share how to use them painlessly in the next section, because eating beets is only half the story. The real impact comes from how you eat them, what you pair them with, and the timing that maximizes nitric oxide release. That's what we're going to break down next. You've learned that beets can boost nitric oxide, improve blood flow, and help restore firmness. But here's the part most men over 60 miss. It's not just what you eat, but how and when you eat it that makes all the difference. I've seen men give up too soon, saying, I tried beets, but nothing changed. And when I ask how they were eating them, the answer explains everything. To activate the natural nitrate to nitric oxide conversion, timing is key. I recommend eating beets in the morning or at lunch, never right before bed. Why? Because your body needs active movement and proper gut function to fully convert nitrates into usable nitric oxide. You want that improved circulation during the day when you're alert, moving, and ready to benefit from it, not when you're winding down for sleep. Now, let's talk quantity. You don't need to go overboard. Just half a cup of roasted beets or one small glass, about 6 ounces, of fresh beetroot juice daily is enough. But there's a catch. Don't pair it with high calcium foods like cheese or milk. Calcium competes with nitric oxide activation and can reduce absorption. I tell my patients, keep it simple. Beets with a light salad or blend it into a fruit smoothie with berries and ginger. You get all the benefits without the bland taste. And for those who say, I hate the taste of beets, you're not alone. Many seniors didn't grow up eating them. That's why I suggest grating raw beets into a citrusy vinaigrette, roasting them with olive oil and garlic, or using powdered beet supplements if you truly can't stomach the flavor. Just make sure the powder is nitrate rich and free from additives. Here's what happens when you do this consistently: better blood pressure, more frequent morning erections, and even enhanced stamina during the day. These small wins build confidence, which feeds directly into intimacy and self-worth. Your body starts remembering how it's meant to feel: strong, alive, and responsive. But here's the beautiful part. It's not just about the bedroom. In the next chapter, I'll show you how this daily practice builds into a full-body lifestyle shift, improving your sleep, testosterone, and emotional well-being. Because strength isn't a one-time event, it's a rhythm your whole life depends on. By now, you've seen that restoring firmness isn't about chasing quick fixes. It's about creating a steady rhythm your body can rely on. And that rhythm starts with consistency. What most men over 60 don't realize is that strong erections are a reflection of overall health, especially your sleep, hormone balance, and emotional state. If one of those pillars is off, your body knows. It's not punishing you, it's protecting you. That's why we need to treat your entire system, not just one symptom. Let's talk sleep for a moment. During deep sleep, particularly REM cycles, your body produces the most testosterone. This is also when nocturnal erections are supposed to occur, a sign your body is testing and maintaining its own systems. But if you're not sleeping deeply or waking up multiple times a night, that restorative process is interrupted. I always say poor sleep leads to poor testosterone, which leads to poor function. It's a silent loop that leaves many men feeling stuck. That's where your new routine comes in. Start with a beet-based meal or juice earlier in the day. Pair that with 15 to 20 minutes of morning movement. Just a walk, nothing intense. This combination boosts nitric oxide levels and signals your metabolism to support hormone production. Then in the evening, prioritize winding down. Dim your lights, turn off screens an hour before bed, and avoid alcohol or heavy meals late at night. These small steps dramatically improve sleep quality. And better sleep means higher testosterone and improved nerve sensitivity. I've watched men come back after a few weeks and say, I didn't think these little changes would matter, but I'm waking up differently. I feel more like myself again. That's the goal. Not just better performance, but a return to confidence, calm energy, and connection. You're not broken. You just needed the right rhythm to support the man you still are inside. So here's my final message. Don't aim for temporary results. Aim for daily signals that reinforce your body's strength. This isn't about youth, it's about vitality at any age. In the final moments, I'll leave you with a thought to carry into the rest of your week. A reminder that the strongest version of yourself is still within reach, one habit at a time. If there's one thing I want you to take from this video, it's this. Your body can respond even after 60. You're not past your prime, you're just waiting for the right signal. Strength, confidence, and intimacy aren't gone. They've just been buried under years of stress, poor sleep, and silent inflammation. By adding one small habit, like eating nitrate-rich foods daily, you're telling your body, I'm ready to come back. This journey isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. Quick fixes might give you a night, but steady habits give you a life. I encourage you to share your story in the comments, support other men going through the same path, and keep learning with us. Remember, strong erections aren't just physical, they reflect full body health, emotional connection, and purpose. Your best years aren't behind you. They're built on what you choose to do right now. And I believe in what's still ahead for you.